Good morning. My name is Major Singh, and today I will be presenting an operation management analysis of whittaker, a New Zealand located goods based chocolate manufacturer. In this presentation, I will cover various sections such as company overview background, continuous improvement tools, operation issues and challenges, solutions, recommendation, and in last conclusion. So let us begin with Whittaker Company background. Whittaker is a family-owned goods-based manufacturer, primarily manufacturing chocolate. It is founded in 1896 by James Henry Whittaker. Additionally, Whittaker produce overall 200 plus different products and export it to Europe, USA, Japan, and Middle East. The main thing is that this company has built its philosophy on no compromise, means using no palm oil, only fair trade certified cocoa, and using locally sourced New Zealand milk. Uh, in the end, I will say that New Zealand Whittaker has 40 to 45% market share in New Zealand chocolate market. Now I will move to continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is an ongoing effort to improve efficiency, quality, productivity, and customer satisfaction. There are two approaches used. The first one is Kaizen, the second is PDCA cycle. Kaizen means change for better. In this, small daily improvements are done, not weekly or annually, and no change is considered too small. The second point is employee participation, and the third point is waste reduction. Employees eagerly participate in company to improve the efficiency. For example, our staff once noticed that chocolate raw material is was stucking in molding line. So what he suggested was to reduce 2-degree temperature in cooling tunnel. By implementing that, stacking was reduced by 90%. This delivered immediate benefit while costing nothing. The second one is PDCA cycle. This stands for plan, do, check, and act. It is used to test and implement operational improvements safely. So, for example, a new coconut chocolate flavor have to be tested. The staff in plan phase, what they will do is to prepare 50 kg small batches and prepare the recipe. In do phase, they will test it on uh, production main line and gather the data. In checking phase, they will uh, examine the data and check whether there are microbiological issues with the flavor or not. If the flavor fulfills certain criteria, they will move to act phase. In act phase, whole production line will be activated for that flavor. By using these two approaches, this will benefits in improving product quality, reducing waste, increasing productivity, better customer satisfaction, and reducing cost for the company. Now I will move on to continuous improvement tools. There are two methods. The first one is 5S method and the second one is Pareto analysis. 5S method stand for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Sort is an action taken to remove unnecessary items while keeping necessary only items. In past, after company removing the unnecessary items, obsolete stocks were donated as charity. So it results in cleaner workspace. The second one is set in order. Set in order refers to arranging the workplace in such an manner that equipments are easy to find. Set in order in Whittaker, every item has its labeling. The racks are color and with code. This reduce in errors and help employees. The third one is shine. Shine meaning cleaning of equipment and work area. It is done after every shift for 5 minutes. It improve the efficiency and also help in safer environment and cleaner workspace for the employees. The third one is standardize. Standardize refers to creating a clear set of instruction and procedure for the employees the to what work have to be done. Standardized methods are clearly visualized on the walls of Whittaker so everyone can see. It helps in safer environment for the employees. The fourth one is sustain. Sustaining means maintaining regular improvements and self-discipline. The supervisor conduct weekly 5S audits and document it and place it on visually on the wall so everyone can see the results. This help in better employee morale. The second tool is Pareto analysis. This technique say that 80% of the effect will come from 20% of the causes. For example, 2024 data shows major defects identified. This data shows that uneven wrapping accounted for 45%, air bubble accounted for 30%, incorrect weight accounted for 15%, and the other causes such as incorrect labeling accounted for 10%. Here we can see that uneven wrapping and air bubbles accounted for 75%. This Pareto analysis indicate this. So in past company taken the action and solve these problems. The outcomes were that within 6 months, defect were reduced approximately by 65%, improving the quality, efficiency, and reducing operational cost for the company. The Now I will move to operation issues and challenges. So there are two issues faced by Whittaker. The first one is supply chain vulnerability to cocoa, and the second one is seasonal capacity constraint. Issue first. Whittaker cocoa supply chain currently relies on Ecuador, Guyana heavily, about 70 to 90%. These are East African countries, and they face many problems that are not in control of Whittaker. First, the climate change. It has resulted in unprecedented, needed rainfall and rising temperature, which reduced production yield, which led to scarcity of cocoa beans in market, leading to higher cost. Secondly, crop disease such as swollen shoot viruses has destroyed 20% of Ghanaian trees since 2020, which disrupted the Whittaker supply chain. The third one is farmer. In these countries, currently the farmers are old and the young workers go to cities for looking for better job opportunities. This affect crop production. Fourth, the financial speculation by hedge funds. So the hedge funds are these days manipulating marketing and which has resulted in driving the cocoa prices further from 2,200 dollars to $7,500 cocoa beans per kg. This overall impact was fear for wheat taker. Gross margin has dropped from 18 to 12%, and rising cocoa prices has led to higher raw material expenses. The second issue wheat taker is facing is a seasonal capacity constraint. Whittaker's operates a single factory during normal periods from February to October. Demand is 100% of average for 9 months. During Easter, demand reaches 180% of average for 3 weeks. During Christmas, it reaches 250% for 8 weeks. The operational consequences are substantial for Whittaker. The company is running overtime to its employees. Oh, and this has led to overtime expenses. Machines are running 24 to 7. This led to machine breakdowns. And by these effects, company has not able to fulfill its order obligation to its retail, affecting the relationship. Impacts are severe. This has led to increase in operational cost, higher defect rates, and reduced over fulfillment and customer satisfaction. Now I will talk about the solutions. So there are two solutions, primarily inventory management and capacity constraint. The first one is inventory management. Whittaker can uh, increase safety stock. It involves maintaining optimal level of raw materials. It reduces price risk exposure and save significant cost for Whittaker. Whittaker can diversify suppliers. As Whittaker rely on East African supplier, it has been rich exposure. Whittaker can diversify to Southern American countries such as Brazil, and also Whittaker can do is to sign long-term agreements with the farmers. So to retain supply continuity, this will result in reducing supply risk, stable production, and improving gross margin. So another solution is capacity management. The what Whittaker can do is to produce enough to store before the Christmas and Easter months, to build at least minimum of 3 months of capacity before peak season. Whittaker can do is demand smoothing strategies, means giving discount in October or September before Christmas and giving no discounts during the Christmas. Also, Whittaker can do is better workforce scheduling. Employees should be eagerly do work during the peak season. That will affect most on the operational efficiency. What Whittaker can do is to provide them additional benefits other than the normal ones during the peak season. This will result in reducing overtime cost, improving order fulfillment, and increasing operational efficiency. Now I will move to recommendation. What Whittaker can do is improving for forecasting system is to heavily invest in technology and algorithms. This will help Whittaker to predict cocoa prices and supply chain disruption. The another one is expand supplier network. Whittaker as currently rely on East African countries. Whittaker can diversify its supplies on Brazil and other countries which also produce good quality cocoa. The third one is increasing production capacity. As currently Whittaker has only one factory complex in southern Auckland, which is a bit risky for Whittaker. What Whittaker can do is to build a new small factory complex. So if one factory complex in affected by any region, another factory complex can work and supply to retails is sustained. The another one is strengthening employee involvement. Whittaker can encourage more staff to participate in activities such as Kaizen and continuous improvement activity. Whittaker can provide them additional benefits such as rewards, perks, or better holidays other than the normal ones. In conclusion, I would like to add that Whittaker maintains strong operational performance through its continuous improvement practices such as Kaizen, PDCA, 5S, and Pareto analysis. However, cocoa price volatility and its reliance on currently on one region can affect Whittaker. And another seasonal capacity constraints remain also significant challenges. Whittaker can do is effective inventory and capacity management strategy. This will help the company to maintain quality, efficiency, and long-term competitiveness in the market. Thank you.